I have to scare you for science, sir. So don't look at me like that. Oh, all right. Nice little warm up. Glad to know I still got it.
And now the first time out.
Oh, Terry. Oh, Terry.
Primary objective.
Yo.
Maybe if I go from up there. Oh! Oh! Hey, you like butterflies, cuz? Wow. Oh, is this the part where she's around? Yep, it is. Hey. What's good, my Foolys? Your boy Time Foolery back in here with another part of my ramble. I don't know what episode. It's in the title. I just work with me. I've been a little busy past couple days, couple weeks, leading into this holiday season and all that good stuff. Getting out, my brain ain't here right now, but this is the 2022 wrap-up year review. Did the same thing last year. Gonna do that thing again this year. But before I get started, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I know it's late. You're gonna get this on New Year's Eve, but Happy New Year's. You know what I'm saying? You look great. You look good. I'm glad you came to the video. I'm good. Hope you got what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Hope you told your crush, on New Year's, her eyes shine brighter than any ball that's ever dropped, glittering like the stars. Like, I don't know, man. I just hope it was good. If it's not, hey, I'm right here. I love you, okay? Calm down. Shut up. All right, come on. Bring it in. Yeah. Yeah. It's my boy or girl. How you good? All right, now, let's kick this thing off. I've been pondering this video since basically the beginning of December. Exactly what I'm gonna blab on about, I'm not 100% sure, but it's just basically gonna be talking about my year personally and about my YouTube channel. So let's kick it off with some personal stuff that happened this year. Now last year, 21 was insane with just all of the pandemic was still pandemicing. A lot of stuff happened last year. In this year as well for you, boy. It definitely was a very, very testing and trying time. Starting off the year officially living alone. That's something I've never experienced in my 30 years of living, is being by myself. And I've always stayed with somebody, whether it was a girlfriend or parents or god family or sister or something. I've always lived with somebody. Now, I mean, technically I kind of sort of been on my own since I was 17. It's when I officially moved out and about and started doing my own thing, basically because the educational system here in West Virginia sucks, and I wasn't trying to graduate late, so I had to move back down to Georgia and live with my sister and my god family eventually. And just been away from my mom for a long time. Dad, he in the picture, but he over there. All right, what's up, Pop? Like that's yeah, that's about it. That'll be another part of my Ramble video. Talk about that relationship. But yeah, for the most part, I've been on my own, and officially this past year is learning to be on my own. I know I sound like a broken record. I don't know how many times I said "own" right there, but it's exactly something I had to deal with. It's very new. It's very different. Something me and a little bit she ultimately decided to do, and had our talks about it, and was like, you know what? Okay. You want to try it out? Obviously, you're not moving, you're not budging. We can do it. And I've said this before. Okay, don't ask me no questions about my current relationship. I'm not one of those people. I don't talk about my current relationships. I don't put business out there. It ain't a need to know, especially like super deep personal stuff. You don't need to know. All right. Exes? Part of my ramble's about to go crazy with those. Okay, I got some ex stories for y'all, but currently, my little bit been with for 5 years. You don't need to know, okay? Unless she becomes an ex, and you still probably won't know because that's still the mother of my child. So anyway, we decided to do that. She, moved out, got her own spot. Definitely tore me up because I didn't picture my daughter's upbringing starting off like this, and in several households bouncing back and forth. Like as a father, it tore me up. It tears me up. It still tears me up, just not as bad as it used to be, and just it was definitely an interesting adjustment. And considering at the time I wasn't working, it was kind of hard to make do with myself. People stepped in to help me out when and where they can, but it took me a little minute to get back on my feet. It took a little while because that was just the beginning of the year, and it started to pour over into my YouTube because I knew eventually that I was, at the time, my cousin lived by me, aka my landlord. And I was using their Wi-Fi, and he was understanding of my situation, my health, stuff like that. And bills weren't necessarily pressuring people because of the pandemic and stuff like that. But eventually it started to call for some. I have to start doing stuff for my own. Like, I remember my cousin come to me and told me that he's moving come spring, start of summer. Start having to get bills in my name. Starting to have to get my own internet because I was using their Wi-Fi. Was what I was trying to say. And finish my thought. Part of my ramble. And all the stuff I had to start doing on my own, I postponed it way too long, and trying to decide what job I wanted to go back to, because I was like, I don't want to go back to the kitchen because still dealing with my health issues, with my tummy and intestinal problems and stuff like that. It's hard to bend over and all this other stuff, and you work hard in the kitchen. And I might be good and have a lot of accolades and done a lot of stuff in the kitchen, but it was like, I don't know if my body's ready for that. So it was me trying to find something else, which turned out to be way harder than I thought. Even though I would apply to places that was just like, apply now, God, I'm trying to think of a word. No experience needed. Hire on the spot, like all this other stuff, but work from home. Nothing. Never really went anywhere at all. It kind of always hit a dead end, which multiple times in a row, it affects people. It affects your boy. It was starting to get heavy, and I'm like, oh man, okay, I'm running out of time. He's moving soon. I ain't gonna have no internet. Definitely no way I'll be able to continue to do YouTube. Can't upload nothing. No point to make content because I was stressed out, and that ultimately led up to when they did move out. I remember I just woke up and I was just hearing a lot of noise. My daughter was here with me, and woke up and looked out the window, and the moving truck was there, and I was like, oh, today. Okay. Well, yeah. Oh boy. And that was it. They finished moving. I called a little bit. I was like, hey, can you come get her? I'd be okay with no TV and no nothing, no entertainment, but I can't have my daughter in here with nothing to do. There's only so many games we play, so many books we can read, so many things we could do. Yeah, and not gonna sit here and watch Shark Tale 20 million times a day. So that's literally the only kid DVD that I had. I don't even remember where it came from. I mean, it's a goated movie, Shark Tale. Goated, but we can only watch it so much. And it turned into like, well, can't even have my daughter here at home, and that really started to tear me up. And another reason I was like, I gotta take a leave from YouTube, and I didn't want it just to be like, oh, I don't have internet, I'm not doing YouTube no more. Like, no, it was like real personal stuff that was starting to pile up that I had to sit down and really figure out, because it wasn't working. It's no longer getting help. You know what I mean? I had to start doing something on my own. And this is right after I did my Sifu and The Last of Us Part 2 series. Both phenomenal games. Sifu was beautiful. Difficult. But it was such a beautiful game. And The Last of Us Part 2, my first time playing it. Oh. Magnifique. Ooh, that thing was good, boy. That thing was good. And I started, finally, my Subnautica Below Zero series, which, if y'all been around, Subnautica is my favorite game of all time that I've played recently. Like, it just, I don't know what it is about that game. I hate the ocean. I fucking hate the ocean. The ocean is full of shit. Okay? I hate it. It's just dark, deep abyss of terror. But I loved it. It was such a good survival game. And I did the first one, and I remember I started recording the second one, and I just let it sit on my hard drive until eventually I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And so I started uploading it, and I didn't even want to upload it because I knew in the back of my mind, eventually I'm not going to have Wi-Fi. So I don't want to start a series and upload a series and then it gets cut out in the middle. That's exactly what ended up happening. So once they moved, and like, I remember, look, it's part of my Ramble. It'll be funny stories. It'll be some interesting stories, some stories about my ex, my life, and stuff like that. But there's some real stuff that's going to be said. And that's just what part of my Ramble's all about. For y'all to get to know me, and not looking for sympathy, but like, y'all can reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? We can talk. I give you some advice if I could. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot. I know a lot. I ain't even trying to be cocky. It's just, in my 30 years, I think I've been through my fair share of ordeals that could possibly help somebody. So, we gonna get real. And I've been in a dark place before, that I worked super hard to get myself out of. Ultimately, why I moved up to West Virginia. It's another part of my ramble. Shout out to my dog Leroy. You haven't seen him around. Hope he's doing okay. He was always tuning in to my different videos and commenting on stuff. My boy Leroy, hope you're doing good. Especially my Resident Evil Village I did earlier this year. So good to see him. Been around though. He's been around. He a Fooly fool for real. He been around. So definitely, I hope you're doing good, my brother. But I remember he asked. I mentioned this before in I think another part of my ramble. One of my worst breakups, which ultimately led to my deep dark depression. And I was like, man, I got you. I'll tell you that story. Which I don't mind sharing that, because like I said, they ex. I don't give a fuck about you no more. It's over. It's done with. I got a story to tell about it, and that was definitely something to tell, because it might help somebody out. You never know, and that's the point of part of my rambles. But any blue, I felt myself kind of slipping. Like I said, just sitting here. I was literally watching videos on my phone, trying to keep my phone turned on. Sometimes it wasn't on. I'd have to go across the street to the grocery store, use her Wi-Fi, talk to whoever I need to, and go back home. Watch some of my old videos that I have on my hard drive saved from Share Factory, which is the editing software you can use on PlayStation 4. It's free. Which, I mean, it's entertaining. Not even trying to sound a little too conceited. Man, I know I'm funny. Look, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I've played it. I edited it. I know, like, what's going to happen. So it's literally just noise. I mean, which, that was a plus. I could blast my music as loud as I want to. Like, ain't nobody here. Still nobody here. So I be booming. Metro, baby. Like, hey. But even that only goes so far. And playing some games offline. Started in Association in 2K offline. Ghost of Tsushima offline. I was like, man, I didn't want to play that because I wanted to play it on my channel, which I still might. There will be a poll up eventually of some future games to play. You know, stay tuned. But it's like, it's still rambling all about that is what I was trying to finish my thought earlier. Is I remember that first day my daughter left. I was in here by myself. I remember I just sat down couch and I just cried, like the uncontrollable boo-hoo tears cry. Like my chest hurt. Like I was broke in that moment. Like I was hurt because I knew that one of the reasons like I can't even have my daughter over here anymore is I'm not up doing nothing. And I was like, well, I'm trying to do something. No one wants to hire me. You know, and I was going through that whole process, and it just wasn't good. And I felt myself slipping. And then I made a conscious decision. I was like, I don't want to be by myself. It's therapeutic to be by myself. It's crazy because I'm a loner, right? But to actually have it, to be alone in that situation, different. Like, I didn't want to be alone. Not so much, you know, that I thought I'd hurt myself or something like that. But I don't know what I could have done. I know what I'm capable of doing. Because like I said, I've been through it. So I didn't want to turn back to those ways of just drinking, smoking, and doing whatever to numb the pain. Like so I would ask Lil Babe, you mind if I come to your place, hang out, be around some positive energy with my daughter. Even you, if you feel like seeing my face, it's me and her good. Like, I still love that little girl. She still love me, you know what I'm saying? She care about me, I care about her. We just try to work some stuff out, you know, that's all. You know what I'm saying? That's still my little baby. No matter how many times I just hold her underwater until she starts struggling. Hit my baby mother lover, you know what I'm saying? But she's cool. She understands. You know what I'm saying? One person out of the few that know me, she knows. So she was down. It was cool. I was spending a lot of time at her house, kind of going back and forth, just to spend time with my daughter, get out, come home, spend some time to myself, and vent it out and just express myself with no limitations because ain't nobody around, and then go back. And that was kind of the thing, and it was okay. It helped. It really did. And until reality decided to show her face again. And my cousin, understandably, not mad at him, couldn't be mad at him, he called for rent. And I haven't paid him in a while. He's like, man, I need something. He's been helping me out the past couple years, but this is his investment. Business, basically, he's not really getting any return for it. And he was like, you know, if I don't get something by this day, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And I was like, oh, shoot. Talked to my mom, talked a little bit, like, hey, look, I know that kind of defeats the purpose of what we doing here, but I ain't got nowhere else to go. The one option, excuse me, I just got retwist not too long ago, got my hair right, I know. I ain't no pretty boy, but I like the look, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I was like, the only options I could think of, I could move in my sister's house, my older sister, because it's full with her husband, her babies, my babies. And it was either go to Florida and be 12, 13 hours away from my daughter for X amount of time till I get everything together. Because my mama, she gets us right. That's what we do. I think I've said this before in the video. When we're in trouble, we go to mama. She gets us back up on our feet. Whole reason I moved to West Virginia, she don't even live here no more. Love you, mom. I love you. I do. I really do. I'm so glad you're not here. But she gets us back up on our feet, and you know what I'm saying, we keep doing our thing. And so that was an option. And then B, which was my A, move in a little bit, work out where she stays, and come back when I have some money and some stuff like that. And just continue to look for a job. And I told my cousin, I was like, I'll do my best. I'll try to get right and get going. And it didn't work out until literally the last second, basically. I remember I had an interview, Little sister mama was like, they're hiring Shia. She works in at a bar and grill, and I'm like, kitchen, man, okay. Well, good Lord, yeah, I've been praying and stuff, and I guess I go back to the kitchen. I don't know how my body gonna handle it, but I gotta do something. And I remember I went in for the interview, talked to the dude. Everything was going good until I told him about my condition, because I'm an honest person. Okay, it backfires a lot, but I was just raised to be an honest person. And he asked, he was like, why, all the gaps in my employment history? And I told him, my start, XYZ, I be going through stuff. And he was like, oh, is that still going on now? And I was like, yeah, but not as bad as it used to be. And he was like, basically, like, I'm a risk. Of course he's professional about it. They're just blunt, straight out, like, you can't use you. Like, he was just like, man, we work hard looking for reliable people. And I'm just like, I can't tell him how reliable I am, because I don't know how reliable I am. But I was like, man, I was looking to start part-time, just to kind of get back in the rhythm, and then, pick up from there. And he was like, I'm looking for full-time. And I was like, okay, all right. Thank you, sir. And I remember I walked out, and it was the longest bus ride home, because I couldn't cry in public, man. I couldn't cry in public. And I remember I got home. As soon as I walked in the door, came to my room, sat in this chair, didn't turn no lights on. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening. It was still kind of bright. I remember I just sat in my chair and just cried again. I've had a couple good cries this year, man. Yeah, a couple good ones. Sometimes you just have to. Right? Don't. Word to Mac Miller, rest in power. Man once said, it's cool to cry. Don't ever question your strength. Because it takes a stronger man to cry. I was trying to go somewhere with that, but I definitely had to come home and let that one, because I was on the bus, like, head on the window, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Ready to just cry. And it didn't help, my iPod was playing every sad song in the world. I got 6,000 songs on my iPad, my iPod right now, over 6. I've collected over the years, and just don't delete stuff, because I just love music and I like variety. That's a lot of variety. But it's some of my favorite artists and albums and stuff like that. But somehow they were just playing the sad songs and the mood song. Like, I'm just like, man, fuck y'all, man. Like, man. Fuck y'all, man. Man. I stopped playing the music. I got home, boo-hooed, cried, talked a little bit, gave me words of encouragement. I'm just like, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Then I had another, like, a couple days later, got a call from where I'm currently at. This place called Positive Pints downtown, where the rich folk is, you know what I'm saying? They called me, wanted to do an interview, and I was like, I didn't want to, because of what just happened in the other interview. I was like, well, do I sit up here and, like, lie? So even my mom asked me, she was like, did you tell him? Like, should I tell him about my summer problems and stuff? And I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm only mentioning it because I don't want something to happen and it's like, oh, they don't know. You know what I mean? I didn't give him, like, gruesome details or anything crazy that I've been going through, but I was like, I told the guy, I got problems. I'm seeing a doctor. I talked to her. Got appointments and stuff. Like, we're trying to figure it out. And my mom was just like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, you know. But this interview, I ain't even. And I remember I was out. I was after, I think it was a couple days later, because after the pad interview, I went out to where Lil Bit lives because I was like, I definitely don't want to be myself and just drink and all the other stuff I don't need to do. And they called me out there, set up the interview. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Cool. And I woke up, got dressed, went out there, and went to the wrong place. Cause I was thinking of another place, and I was like, where the f is this place at? It was right here, right? Nah, like this ain't the building. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's downtown, bro. I'm on the opposite end. And I was like, went like 5 minutes to be there. So I was a little late. I was like, ah, shit, here we go. But I went in. Shout out to my dog Jason. I'm mad he don't work with us no more, but now that I work there, I see why he left. Bigger and better things. I had an interview with him. He was super cool. He just loved my energy. Like I said, we were sitting there talking about my application. I told him what's going on with me. Told him about my life, my goals. We were swapping his wife's stories, my stories. Like it was good. And he was like, "All right, well, come back tomorrow and talk to another manager, and we'll get things set up." And I was like, "Cool, thanks." I remember I walked out. I was so happy. I was singing every song at the top of my lungs. I was just so ecstatic. Finally, after basically a year, found myself up, willing to work again. But it kind of died off quick because I'm like, well, I don't know. They were cool and down with part-time and then work into it. Like, they were willing to work with me. Still are. That's why I'm still there, sort of. Yeah, I remember I was like, got an interview tomorrow, so I'm gonna stay the night again so I can take the call again and go. And we did. Came back next day. I met Lisa. Shout out Lisa. She ain't there. She ain't there no more. For her own personal reasons. Again, understandable. Because it's such a shit show. But I've worked in the kitchen. It's not the worst I've been in, but I understand. You know, I just know how to weather it better than most people. But I remember talking with her. She was feeling it too. We set up start dates, all that kind of stuff. And I was just, I was excited. And starting to get stuff in my name. Remember I got back home and had a little celebration. You know what I'm saying? Just a little celebration. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lil Bit had a little party. And I remember I went home, started getting stuff in my name, asked my mom to help me out. It's mostly like activation fees and stuff. And then I remember it got my internet, and it was like the new customer bundle or whatever. I didn't even have to pay for anything. Like, it was free installment, free service. I just paid monthly on auto. It's the only bad part is I gotta do auto pay. I hate auto pay anything. I don't do auto pay, but I'm like, you know what? This is a good deal. This is some solid internet. I need some solid internet in my life, especially with uploading and stuff like that. I need it. and online gaming, all that other kind of stuff I need. So it was getting everything set up, start working, and that's when I came back to YouTube officially, the end of August. And I remember before that, I've been watching, you know, paying attention to YouTube, paying attention to my YouTube. I actually grew. Like, I think I left with like 112, 115 subs and not upload nothing for months. I still made it like over 150, and I was like, where are y'all coming from? I wasn't even like posting on social media and stuff like that. I don't know where it came from, but I appreciate it. It was much love to come back to all that. And I remember I uploaded that video. I'm back. And I finished my Subnautica series, was working and just kicking everything off. It was great. It was beautiful. It's great. Now, I do be dog tired when working, especially in that kitchen. Have good days, bad days, and it has been weathering my body. But I've held on a lot longer than I thought I would. Trying to impress myself, but it's only because the last kitchen I worked in only lasted like a month. I don't even think a month and a half before I was down and out and in the hospital again, which is usually how my jobs end up, being in the hospital. And this time, I mean, I go through my stuff. I be in pain. I be struggling some days, but it's not as bad. It's as I thought it was. It's still bad, but I mean, I'm making it. I'm managing, and I think it's just the spirit of me doing good and actually doing something for myself, and I'm maintaining my house by myself basically, and stuff like that. Keeping bills up to date. Like, feels good. Feels good, man. It feels good. Not that I've never done that before, but being inconsistent for so long to finally get some type of consistency again feels great. It feels awesome. Then another major thing that happened this year that shook the foundation was Little Bit's grandmother going down, who is also our babysitter. I've mentioned this before in some videos. I'm not going to go into details out of respect for her and her family. Told her I wouldn't, and I'm still not, but her going down and being hospitalized, we lost our babysitter. And I don't trust nobody around here to babysit. I ain't paying all that money for the babysit just for them to get sick and bring home a bunch of other snot and other viruses and shit. I ain't got time for it. Or something happened to her and nobody knows, and trying to figure out. I'm not going through all that shit. I'm not paying $200, $300 motherfucking dollars for everything. My baby come home with a black eye, bust lips, some shit, cause I'm my dads know. All my parents know. Y'all know how. Y'all know that feeling. It's not. I ain't doing it. Nope. And then everybody in my quarter, my sisters and stuff, they work and they, you know what I mean? They busy, so I can't call on them. And then her side of the family, they're busy, so it's like we decided to do it ourselves. I work a set schedule. She works a set schedule, and we just flip flop, and it works. I think it's way too much flip flopping, but it works. You know, me a little bit. We've had our discussions. You know, when is this gonna be over? Move back in together. How much easier it would be? So, you know, sooner or later, we'll probably sit down and look for a place and come up with money and move in together and stuff like that. You know, but that G going down really rocked the foundation of anything that was going on. And understandably, little bits going through it a lot. Because she done lost a grandmother last year and an aunt. And it just seemed like recently, these past few years, she's just, her family members are just dropping. And this is a big one because G is literally who raised her and helped raise my daughter, and that's why it hit me so hard. And we just continue to pray for her recovery and stuff like that. But that shook the foundation of everything going on. Kind of threw me off my game a little bit, but still able to find some balance in working, coming home, streaming or recording some content or editing and uploading it, and then calling my daughter if she's not here, or when she's here trying to work that in. But on my days off, I'll be tired from work, and it's just I'm still it's been a couple months and I'm still learning. I just know that streaming is so much easier because I just come home, boop, press record, videos up. It takes me 10-15 minutes to make a thumbnail because your boy legit with it, you know what I'm saying? And like that's that. When it's like recorded and edited, I literally record stuff, edit it. Yeah, I mean, edit could probably take 2 hours, something like that. And then having to upload it and thumb it, like, it's just a longer process. Where streaming is just so much easier. As soon as I press record, videos up live, and then end it, and then boom, it's posted. Like, so that's why I did a little bit more live streaming at the end of this year with Resident Evil Village. First time playing that, phenomenal game. Just finished Ragnarok. Outside of me being busy, of course, the holidays approaching and stuff like that, and I literally haven't posted anything since Ragnarok ended. I had to take a couple days, man. That game was. They did they motherfucker start with that boy. Golly, what goddamn player, you know, man. They did a real good job. Hats off, Santa Monica Studios. I don't know why I was about to say Bethesda. For that was such a beautiful game, a beautiful ride. And I honestly had to let that marinate, and then, of course, prepare for Christmas and stuff like that. And prepare for this trip that I'm about to go on. I'm out of town, so it definitely it's been a couple past days. Literally, like week or two has definitely been in me trying to pick up some extra hours so I come back to some kind of check and don't be broke. You know, it's been an adventure. 2022. Like I said, it's been trials, and it's I'm here. I'm in it. I'm happy. Ish. I'm getting there. I am happy that I did make it this far though, and I mean, to close out, kind of went over my channel stuff already. But as far as future for the Fooly fam, for the community, for me, I want 23 just to be a year of improvement. Trying to make that as plain and simple for me as possible. Black and white. I want improvement. Not only in myself off camera in real life, but on camera, start doing certain things, trying new things, different avenues, content creating a little more seriously. Because it's like I can see the doorways. I can see, where it could lead. But it's like I don't do as much as I feel like I should. You know what I mean? Something like utilizing YouTube Shorts or TikToks or Reels on Instagram, whatever. I haven't touched my the Fooly Instagram in forever. Until I updated my icon and stuff. When I came back from my break, that was the last time I uploaded anything to that. And I barely upload stuff to TikTok. I barely use Shorts. Like, it's little stuff like that I know could help and open up more avenues for me that I want to take more seriously and just do, instead of just some excuse that I come up with for myself. Like, bro, just do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. And of course, upgrade my equipment, stuff like that. Not really this mic. This is a good mic. Wifey got me a good mic. But I mean, I would like a PS5 eventually, or even just a PS4 Pro, just to stream in HD, just to better quality. Like, that's all I want 23 to be about. It's just a year of improvement, man. This is Jordan year, baby. I'm trying to, ball out on these from the free throw line, boy. I'm trying to rock the baby to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something next year. Like, I got all these plans and ideas and stuff, but it's just I gotta do it. Like, I just can't make it a plan, write it down on a piece of paper, whatever, and just be like, oh yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I want to start taking it seriously and start working. Especially from what my job told me, this upcoming season after New Year's basically is going to start being slow, and I won't be working as much, which is a red flag. But they're going to compensate me because they don't want to lose me, so they're going, they're going to help me out and do little things like that. That way I can still make a decent check. You know what I'm saying? I only work Sunday through Wednesdays anyway, so whatever they're gonna do to help me out, that's fine. Like, which is honestly the only reason I would decide to stay, because usually this is the time everybody leaves, because they know they're not really gonna be working, but they know I'm a hard worker. I bust my ass in there. Okay, they love Tom. They love Fooly over there. Okay, every time I walk through that door, they upset I can work only certain days, but they understand. I explain, the whole G situation. So that's how you know you're a good employee, when they're willing to work with you, and they always happy to see you. That's me. But if that's going to be the case, then it sounds like I'm gonna have a little bit more free time where I can focus just a little bit more on the YouTube side of things, and just like I said, hopefully improve, get more involved in my community. I'm not even a social media kind of dude, but social media has got me every last one of my subscribers. I love and appreciate every one of y'all. I do. So it's like, now, why not use what's been helping me and find other stuff? Because that's another thing I want to, you know what I'm saying? Me and my dog Raven, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag break the algorithm, trying to break into the frequency as a small time creator is difficult to find something that gains traction, because I've seen it a lot. Even prominent content creators right now, like established, talk about it because they're like, man, this video don't do good, but this one do, this one do, this one don't, this one do. And it's like I don't want to be a one note instrument. It's not me. It's not me. I'm a variety. That's why my channel has literally everything from Call of Duty, Subnautica, 7 Days to Die, Fallout 76 at one point, Master Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh, 2K, like Last of Us, Resident Evil, God of War, like variety. I love games. That's what my YouTube channel is about, is games, not games everybody loves to play. Games I love to play. Which is another thing I want to bring into New Year's is I have upgraded my PS Plus membership, or whatever the new thing they have. I forgot. They used to have, I think it was like PS Now or something, where you basically can play like classic games and like on-demand games and stuff like that. I didn't have the internet for it, but now your boy smarted up and got a wired connection, so I be pumping out. Like, I don't usually have any problems when it comes to recording or something like that, or playing online games anymore. I just don't. So I upgraded it because I saw it was like super on sale. Like, I think I got the top tier, whatever. Like, I think at one point it was like $6 to upgrade from like the basic one I had to tier 2 or whatever. I call it tier 2. I was in tier 3. I went to tier 2, and then it was like another $6 to get like premium package for the rest of the year. And I'm like, man, this thing almost usually costs $100-something, bro. I'm $6. Hell yeah! And honestly, I wanted it for one game. I wanted it for Surviving Mars. I don't know what it is about that game. It's the only game. Was it this year? It might have been last year. Only game I've stayed up 24 hours playing. It's been so long since I've stayed up 24 hours playing the game. That's one of them. And Surviving Mars is like a world building game. Like, no action. There's really nothing crazy going on. Like, nah, I was just colonizing Mars. That was it. I don't know what was so addicted about it, but I wanted it for that because I saw it was on there. And then I saw other games and some other classic games that you're gonna see a series coming up really, really soon. That's already recorded. I done started recording most of it. I just gotta edit it, you know. But yeah, I want to do like some classic games on a certain day or something like that. Stream it, like just have fun, and then me and the Whack Me boys, if you don't know, we was doing 7 Days to Die every other Saturday. But we kind of 7 Days to Die, we kind of done with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's I think it's ran its course, especially the console version. You know what I'm saying? You can only do so much. It's an unfinished game. But we talk about branching off into other games, and I was like, bro, let's do it. Like, I'm down. We don't have to play this game all the time. We can just find other games we might have in common or something like that, and we can just play it. That simple. So stay tuned for 2023. Hoping to be a bigger year. Hoping to double subs. I'm get the views up. Like, I'm trying to go for that partner program. I ain't even gonna lie. This is what I want to do. I fell in love with it. I'm surprised I've made it this far. I'm just excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Hope you guys had a good New Year's. Can't wait to see y'all in the future. Bring some people along. You know what I'm saying? Tell them about me. Spread the word. But nah, from deep down in my heart, I really do appreciate everybody that takes time to tune in, comment, share the video, like it, all that. Might not seem like a lot, but it does. It really does. And I deeply do appreciate you, and I love you, and I can't wait to see you in future videos. It's Tom Fooly signing off. Till the next time, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in that next one. Y'all already know. Stay blessed up. Stay fooled up, baby.